So did you have your eyes open?
No.
That's kind of weird. Oh, dang it, it was a video. Get back in place, everyone. Come on. Well, hello, good morning. Happy Thursday morning. You're probably saying to yourself, hey, wait a minute. What happened to our Tuesday morning? Well, I'll tell you. A couple big things happened this last week. And if you're following me on Instagram, you would kind of understand what's going on with me. If you're not following me on Instagram, go find me. I'm Active Rachel Ann. I do daily vlogging on that Instagram channel and in my Insta stories, and it's really fun. Anyways, so Tuesday morning I stepped on the scale. I was up 4.8 pounds in 1 week. 206 pounds. What? What the heck happened? I don't know. I do know. In general, as a whole, I don't know. P.S. There's somebody that's in their car ahead of me in this parking lot that's just staring right at me. But we're gonna keep on going, people. Anyways, so here's the deal. What went wrong? What majorly things, big things went wrong? Couple things. So one, it's that time of the month. It's not that time of the month. That time of the month is coming. So it's that time of the month where I'm starting to gain like the water weight, and it's just like retaining and it's hanging there. Two, went out to eat a couple times this past week. It's Mother's Day weekend. What can you do, right? And I was showered with lots of love. I got to go to Minnesota on Saturday to be with my mom and my sisters. And so we had a lot of fun there and ate food. Sunday, we went to two different restaurants in one day. And although I tried to pick the best choice that I could for myself, obviously it didn't show up to be that way on the scale. Now, could a lot of this be water weight and salt retention? Yes, absolutely. But then what's funny is I decided I'm going to change my weigh-in day from Tuesdays to Thursdays. So now today is Thursday, and 2 days later, there's not been a budge in the scale. It's still 4.8 pounds gained from last week to this week. So that's fine. It's not like I was going to see some big miracle on the scale in 2 days, but it's just kind of disappointing. So it scares me because I'm getting back closer to the number of where I started, which was 213 pounds, and I don't want to be there. And I still want to look at this like I've accomplished something by losing as much weight as I have up to this point. So I definitely don't want to swing in that direction of gaining so much weight that it's like point of no return, right? And it's never a point of no return. That's what I kind of want to talk to you about too, is that it's all in your head. You just have to keep trying. You have to get up every day and keep doing it. You can't just give up. It's a daily thing. And no matter what, if each week the scale continues to increase, it doesn't give you any right to just give up. You have to keep trying. And so then you just keep reassessing and deciding what is it that's not working right. So for me, I had to do an honest look at what am I not doing? And for me, it was I have not been honestly tracking. So I think in my head that I'm doing well. And we all know when we assume that we're doing well and we don't write it down, most likely we're not doing well. Because in our brains, we have the best intentions for ourselves, but it doesn't equal that on paper or in your tracker until you actually start writing things down. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that other thing that I ate. And oh yeah, that probably was a little bit more higher in calories than I wanted. So we have to, or I have to, and that's what I've chosen to do, is be more honest with my tracking. So yesterday I did a full honest tracking, and I was over by like 7 points for the day, which wasn't bad in hindsight, knowing that I was going to do honest tracking. But today I'm going to get back on the horse. I do think there was a couple eye-opener things, because ever since I switched from Freestyle with Weight Watchers over to iTrack Bites on the Carb Conscious plan, I've realized that eggs are now 2 points per versus being free on the Freestyle plan. Now, that really does increase my daily points then for the day per meal that I'm eating eggs. So, for instance, 2 days ago, I had a breakfast where it was my sandwich skinny, my Laughing Cow wedge cheese, 2 egg whites with a full regular egg, 10 poppables, and my coffee, which now is a 2-point coffee, no longer a 1-point coffee. So after tracking all of that for my meal, it ended up being 10 points. What? Like, I knew that eggs costed points on this new plan, the carb conscious plan, but for some reason in my head, I still thought it was okay to eat for breakfast and no big deal. And now I'm realizing I need to cut that back and refigure my breakfast plan. So then the next day, yesterday, I made breakfast with peanut butter and jelly toast with a side of a couple potato chips. I know, I just love that crunch and the saltiness of chips. But anyways, so after I tallied up that many points for yesterday morning, it ended up being 14 points. Ooh, I'm going in the wrong direction here, people. So I definitely need to plan, pre-track, and stick to it. And just because I pre-track doesn't mean that gives me the right to not eat those things. I have to eat what I track, right? I can always tell myself sometimes, oh, you just eat whatever you want. You don't have to eat that just because you tracked it. No, I really need to stick to what I tracked because that's what I'm planning and that's what's helping me to stay within the point total. So I got to tell myself, it's all this self-talk that I have to tell myself, don't eat this and stick to your plan, and here's your why, and here's your motivation, and here's your inspiration, and all of these things that I'm not doing, I have to do. I have to just start doing this for myself. I have to make these changes because I want to see them. I don't want to sit here and just like talk about what I need to do better each week. I've got to really just do it. And I also have to remember my portion control too. So that is what went wrong. I told you how I'm going to correct it, my honest tracking. And hopefully next week I'll see a change. I'll see a change in that darn scale. Again, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Active Rachel Ann. You'll find out a lot of interesting things about me that you probably didn't want to know about. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and insert a couple clips of myself and my family as we were walking on Mother's Day. We decided to do some hiking, and I thought it was so much fun, and the kids had a blast. So I really did work up a big sweat that day, I tell you that. And I've been maintaining more than 10,000 steps every single day, even when it's rainy like this. I just have to keep pushing forward and keep being active. And you know what? If activity lost weight in a person, I'd be a thin human being, I tell you that. But activity doesn't equal weight loss. It's all what you put in your mouth. Calories in versus calories burned. Let's go burn some calories. See you guys next week. Hello and welcome from Active Rachel Ann. This is Mother's Day. We are up on the mountain again. This time I've brought my family and the dog. See, that's my son back there climbing down. And my daughter and my husband, they're climbing this huge rock in front of me.
Microphone's right there. You don't have to yell.
Oh, it's not a rock. It's actually
The microphone's right there. You don't have to yell.
a lookout peak. So let me show you what I see.
It's like you're trying to have
So
people know
unlike-
that's what you're doing.
Unlike the last time we came, there's like a bunch of people here today. Before there wasn't that many, but look how tall that structure is. Whoo! And it's overlooking this big, huge mountain that we're on. So there's my daughter coming down. And my hubby. Okay, we're rock climbing, as some would say. And other people would say we're hiking. And some would say we're just taking a leisurely stroll. But I'm just going where the road takes me. This is my view. Look at those beautiful trees and this trail. I hope I'm leading the family in the right direction. We found the trail and we found the road, but he still wants to go off the trail.